I'm Laura from the Wildlife Garden Project, and like many of you, I've got a little extra time on my hands at the moment, so I'm using it to make some changes in my garden to make it more wildlife friendly. Without the option to nip to your local garden centre, it's not as easy as usual to get your hands on all the plants and supplies you might normally buy. But there's still plenty you can do, even if money's tight. Here are my tips on how you can keep your garden wildlife friendly during lockdown. Firstly, by mowing less often, you'll give dandelions, daisies and other wild plants the chance to grow, providing a wonderful source of food for bees and other insects. When you do mow, adjust your mower blades so the cut is higher than 10 centimetres and try to leave a few long bits around the edges so that ground-dwelling mammals and insects have somewhere to hide. You could even pick an area where you don't mow at all and see what pops up. Next, stop using pesticides. Pesticides kill indiscriminately, not just killing the intended pests, but other insects and anything that feeds on them, as well as removing a vital food source for other creatures. You can instantly make your garden more wildlife friendly by stopping the use of pesticides. Start a compost heap to create a habitat for invertebrates, reptiles and amphibians, as well as a place for birds and hedgehogs to scavenge for a snack, all while reducing your waste. Depending on the size of your garden, you may already have the materials you need to create a variety of habitats for wildlife. Leave piles of leaves, twigs and vegetation in corners or under hedges for wildlife to hide and shelter in, or have a little scavenge around your garden and see if you have enough materials to make a log pile, bug hotel or even a hibernaculum for reptiles and amphibians. You could also have a rummage around your house and see if there's anything you can upcycle into plant pots. You could plant seedlings in jars or repurpose plastic milk bottles, create a flower display in a Wellington boot or use an old colander as a hanging basket. You can feed the birds in your garden even if you don't have any seed or fat balls, because all kinds of birds enjoy kitchen scraps like soft fruits, grated cheese, cereal, cake crumbs or cooked rice. You could place the food on a tray on the lawn for ground feeding birds, or make a simple DIY feeder from an egg box and some string or a plastic bottle and twigs. If you're able to get to the shops, or you're getting your shopping delivered, there are a few things you can add to your shopping list to benefit wildlife. Most supermarkets stock bird food and many also stock bird feeders. And whilst you're there, pick up a few extra cans of meaty cat food and biscuits and put this out for hedgehogs in the evening, alongside a saucer of water. If your supermarket sells storage boxes, you could also have a go at making a simple hedgehog feeding station. If you can get your hands on a washing up bowl, you can try making a simple mini pond by digging it into the ground and filling it with rocks, gravel, plants and rainwater. A mini pond might not be big enough for dragonflies to use, but it would attract insects that dragonflies can feed on. Many supermarkets, as well as shops like B&M Bargains or Wilko's, also sell seeds and compost, so try growing some colourful flowering plants or shrubs in your upcycled pots or directly into the ground. If you're buying compost, make sure you look out for peat-free varieties. Plenty of garden centres and other shops are still delivering, so if you need to order plants, bird food or supplies, have a look to see if there are any local businesses delivering to your area. A pond is one of the single best things you can do to your garden to benefit wildlife. I'm currently in the process of digging a pond and I've ordered my pond liner online and I'm going to be ordering my pond plants online too. So if you do have a bigger project in mind, don't let lockdown put you off. I hope that's given you some ideas, but please do let me know how you've been keeping your garden wildlife friendly during lockdown. And if you'd like to learn more about wildlife gardening, visit our website, wildlifegardenproject.com.